Tokugawa Ieyasu, one of Japan's most renowned and influential leaders, was born in 1543 during a period of intense social and political turmoil known as the Sengoku era, or the Warring States period. This chapter explores Ieyasu's early life and the historical context that shaped his journey to becoming the founder of the Tokugawa shogunate, which brought about more than 2 centuries of peace and stability in Japan. Ieyasu was born Matsudaira Takechiyo in Imagawa province, a region plagued by constant conflict among feudal lords vying for power. At the age of 6, he was taken as a hostage by the Imagawa clan, a dominant power in the region. This practice was common during the Sengoku era as a means to secure alliances and ensure loyalty among the warring factions. Despite the hardships of his youth, Ieyasu's time as a hostage provided him with valuable lessons in diplomacy, patience, and the complexities of political maneuvering. In 1560, a turning point came when the Imagawa clan suffered a devastating defeat at the Battle of Okazama. Ieyasu seized this opportunity to assert his independence and align himself with Oda Nobunaga, a rising power in the region. This strategic alliance marked the beginning of Ieyasu's ascent to power. Under Nobunaga's influence, Ieyasu began to expand his territory, demonstrating his military acumen and strategic brilliance. Following Nobunaga's assassination in 1582, Ieyasu skillfully navigated the ensuing power struggles, eventually allying with Toyotomi Hideyoshi, another formidable leader who sought to unify Japan. Ieyasu's loyalty to Hideyoshi and his ability to adapt to changing political landscapes solidified his position as a key player in Japan's unification process. Hideyoshi's death in 1598 set the stage for Ieyasu's final ascent to power. Recognizing the fragility of the political situation, Ieyasu strategically positioned himself as the guardian of Hideyoshi's young heir, Hideyori. However, tensions between Ieyasu and Hideyori's loyalists escalated, culminating in the Battle of Sekigahara in 1600. This decisive conflict saw Ieyasu's forces emerge victorious, effectively ending the Sengoku period and paving the way for the establishment of the Tokugawa shogunate in 1603. As shogun, Ieyasu implemented a series of political and economic reforms aimed at consolidating power and stabilizing the nation. He promoted a strict social hierarchy, established a centralized administration, and enforced policies that limited the power of the daimyo, or feudal lords. These measures ensured the Tokugawa shogunate's dominance and ushered in the Edo period, a time of relative peace and prosperity that lasted for over 250 years. Throughout his life, Tokugawa Ieyasu exemplified the qualities of a shrewd and pragmatic leader. His ability to adapt to changing circumstances, forge strategic alliances, and exercise patience and foresight were instrumental in his rise to power. In the next chapter, we will delve deeper into Ieyasu's leadership style and strategies, examining how his approach to governance and warfare reflected the core principles of Bushido, the way of the warrior. In the previous chapter, we explored the early life of Tokugawa Ieyasu and the historical context that shaped his rise to power. In this chapter, we delve deeper into Ieyasu's leadership style and strategic brilliance, examining how his actions and decisions exemplified the core principles of Bushido, the way of the warrior. Tokugawa Ieyasu's ascent to power was marked by his exceptional ability to navigate the complex and often treacherous political landscape of the Sengoku era. One of his most notable qualities was his strategic foresight. Ieyasu was known for his patience and long-term planning, often opting for cautious and calculated moves rather than impulsive actions. This approach allowed him to build a solid foundation for his future ambitions, carefully consolidating power and resources over time. A key aspect of Ieyasu's leadership was his talent for forming and maintaining strategic alliances. His alliances with Oda Nobunaga and later Toyotomi Hideyoshi were pivotal in his rise to power. Ieyasu understood the importance of cooperation and mutual benefit, leveraging these relationships to strengthen his own position. His loyalty to his allies, even when it required personal sacrifice, demonstrated his commitment to the Bushido principles of honor and loyalty. Ieyasu's military strategies were also a testament to his brilliance as a leader. At the Battle of Sekigahara, Ieyasu showcased his tactical genius by carefully orchestrating his forces and exploiting the weaknesses of his enemies. He was able to rally support from various factions, turning potential adversaries into allies. This ability to unite different groups under a common cause was a key factor in his victory at Sekigahara, which ultimately paved the way for the establishment of the Tokugawa shogunate. Another notable aspect of Ieyasu's leadership was his pragmatic approach to governance. He understood the importance of stability and order in maintaining power, implementing a series of reforms that centralized authority and reduced the influence of the daimyo. Ieyasu's policies promoted economic growth, social harmony, and cultural development, ensuring a stable and prosperous society under Tokugawa rule. His focus on practical solutions and effective governance reflected the Bushido values of righteousness and benevolence. Ieyasu's ability to learn from his experiences and adapt to changing circumstances was also a key element of his success. Throughout his life, he faced numerous challenges and setbacks, but he consistently demonstrated resilience and resourcefulness in overcoming them. This adaptability and willingness to evolve were crucial in navigating the volatile environment of the Sengoku period and establishing a lasting legacy. Tokugawa Ieyasu's leadership and strategic brilliance were rooted in the principles of Bushido. His commitment to honor, loyalty, and righteousness guided his actions and decisions, shaping his approach to both warfare and governance. In the next chapter, we will explore how these core values of Bushido influenced Ieyasu's personal conduct and interactions with others, shedding light on the moral and ethical dimensions of his leadership. In the previous chapter, we explored Tokugawa Ieyasu's leadership and strategic brilliance. In this chapter, we will delve into how the core values of Bushido influenced Ieyasu's personal conduct and interactions with others, shedding light on the moral and ethical dimensions of his leadership. Bushido, the way of the warrior, is a code of conduct that emphasizes virtues such as honor, loyalty, courage, and righteousness. These principles were deeply ingrained in Ieyasu's character and played a significant role in shaping his actions and decisions throughout his life. One of the most prominent aspects of Bushido that Ieyasu embodied was loyalty. Throughout his life, Ieyasu demonstrated unwavering loyalty to his allies and vassals. His alliances with Oda Nobunaga and Toyotomi Hideyoshi were not merely strategic moves but were also underpinned by a deep sense of loyalty and duty. Even in the face of adversity, Ieyasu remained steadfast in his commitments, earning the trust and respect of those around him. This loyalty extended to his retainers, who remained fiercely devoted to him, knowing that he valued their loyalty in return. Honor, another key tenet of Bushido, was central to Ieyasu's personal conduct. He believed that maintaining one's honor was paramount, and this belief influenced his actions both on and off the battlefield. Ieyasu was known for his integrity and honesty, and he consistently acted in ways that upheld his honor and the honor of his family and clan. This commitment to honor helped to build a reputation of trustworthiness and reliability, which was crucial in forging and maintaining alliances. Courage was also a defining characteristic of Ieyasu's life. Throughout the many battles and political intrigues he faced, Ieyasu exhibited remarkable bravery and resilience. He was willing to take calculated risks and confront challenges head-on, demonstrating both physical and moral courage. This courage was not only evident in his military exploits, but also in his willingness to make difficult decisions for the greater good of his people and his domain. Righteousness, or the adherence to moral principles, was another virtue that Ieyasu upheld. He believed in the importance of justice and fairness, and he worked to ensure that his rule was marked by these qualities. Ieyasu's policies and reforms were designed to promote social stability and harmony, reflecting his commitment to righteous governance. His sense of justice extended to his personal interactions, where he treated others with fairness and respect. Benevolence, the virtue of compassion and kindness, was also a key aspect of Ieyasu's character. Despite the often brutal nature of the Sengoku period, Ieyasu demonstrated a capacity for empathy and understanding. He valued the well-being of his subjects and worked to create a stable and prosperous society. This benevolence helped to foster loyalty and support among his people, contributing to the long-lasting peace of the Edo period. In conclusion, the core values of Bushido, loyalty, honor, courage, righteousness, and benevolence, were deeply embedded in Tokugawa Ieyasu's personal conduct. These principles guided his actions and decisions, shaping his leadership and contributing to his success as a ruler. In the final chapter, we will explore the lessons that modern leaders and individuals can learn from Ieyasu's life and the enduring relevance of Bushido in contemporary society. As we have seen throughout the life and legacy of Tokugawa Ieyasu, the principles of Bushido, loyalty, honor, courage, righteousness, and benevolence, played a crucial role in shaping his leadership and actions. In this concluding chapter, we will explore the lessons modern leaders and individuals can learn from Ieyasu's life and discuss the enduring relevance of Bushido in contemporary society. One of the key lessons from Ieyasu's life is the importance of long-term vision and strategic patience. Ieyasu's ability to think ahead and plan for the future allowed him to navigate complex political landscapes and ultimately achieve his goal of unifying Japan. Modern leaders can learn from this by developing a long-term vision for their organizations and being patient in their pursuit of goals, even when faced with short-term challenges and setbacks. Another critical lesson is the value of loyalty and building strong relationships. Ieyasu's success was built on the foundation of loyal alliances and trusted relationships with his retainers and allies. In today's interconnected world, the ability to build and maintain strong, trustworthy relationships is essential for effective leadership. Leaders should focus on cultivating loyalty and trust within their teams and networks, recognizing that these relationships are fundamental to achieving long-term success. The principle of honor, deeply ingrained in Ieyasu's conduct, also holds significant relevance for contemporary leaders. Acting with integrity and maintaining one's honor fosters a culture of trust and respect within an organization. Leaders who prioritize ethical behavior and honesty set a positive example for their teams, creating an environment where individuals feel valued and motivated to contribute their best efforts. Courage, both physical and moral, is another virtue that modern leaders can draw inspiration from. Ieyasu's willingness to take risks and confront challenges head-on was instrumental in his rise to power. Today's leaders must also be willing to take calculated risks and make difficult decisions, demonstrating both bravery and resilience in the face of adversity. Courageous leadership inspires confidence and encourages others to embrace challenges and innovate. Righteousness, or the adherence to moral principles, is a cornerstone of ethical leadership. Ieyasu's commitment to justice and fairness in governance ensured stability and harmony within his domain. Modern leaders should strive to uphold ethical standards and ensure that their decisions are guided by a sense of justice and fairness. This commitment to righteousness fosters a positive organizational culture and enhances the leader's credibility and legitimacy. Benevolence, the virtue of compassion and empathy, is also essential for contemporary leadership. Ieyasu's concern for the well-being of his subjects and his efforts to create a prosperous society highlight the importance of empathy in leadership. Leaders today should prioritize the well-being of their employees and stakeholders, recognizing that compassionate leadership fosters loyalty, engagement, and overall organizational success. In conclusion, the principles of Bushido embodied by Tokugawa Ieyasu offer timeless lessons for modern leaders and individuals. By embracing the values of loyalty, honor, courage, righteousness, and benevolence, contemporary leaders can navigate the complexities of today's world with integrity and effectiveness. The enduring relevance of Bushido underscores its importance as a guiding philosophy, not only for samurai but for anyone seeking to lead with honor and purpose in the modern era.